Welcome everyone to the project proposal of our new product, the Lunchbox Wireless Heater. So first of all, if we take a look at our competitors and what's already in the market, we may make focus on the three main competitors, which are Tuolos, Tayama, and Lubox. The first two, Tuolos and Tayama, they have quite many similarities between them. They are wired, so that means you have to connect them to plug them in. So that means you need to have electricity near, and the price is quite affordable. All the models they are always below 25 euros. On the other side, we have Lubox, which have very fancy lunchboxes with a lot of features with Bluetooth and so on, and the price is much higher. For example, this model costs 99 euros. So then what we discovered is that there are like three main streams of market needs whose needs are not being fulfilled. And these three main streams are, the first one are the people who do outdoor activities, most commonly during the weekends or holidays. The people, they go to the mountain, they go to the forest, or to the lake. So you are in the nature and you don't have any point of electricity close to you, no? As well, the second stream would be the people who do free camping. They spend the night outside, and for sure they would need to eat, and if they are outside and it's not quite hot, they would be very glad if they can have a warm food. And the third stream would be the students and workers that for lunchtime they prefer to go outside and eat their food in the grass and not inside the building, where most probably would be the microwave, if that were the case. So like this, at the end, what we're providing is the possibility of having warm food outdoor, right? And therefore, our mission statement is very clear, and is that we want to help people to eat warm food anywhere. So then, first of all, we need to understand which are the customer needs, and therefore we made a list scoring from 1 to 5 regarding the priority. So that means 5 it's priority, the highest priority for us. So as you can see, impermeability is quite important. So in case the lunchbox fell down into the water, so the food needs to remain dry. For the case, it needs to have a high durability and reusability, and as well it has to be quite resistant for the possible impacts. Very important, it has to be light and compact. The reason why is because our prospect clients, they will be putting the container inside their backpack, and of course, if they are going outdoor, if they are doing outdoor activities, they will need to put more stuff in the backpack. So it's very important that that our lunchbox is quite compact. It's very important as well that the battery can be rechargeable as many times as possible, of course. Then as well, and very important as well, because after lunch when you reach home, you need to wash the lunchbox, so it has to be easy to wash, and because we need to use a battery, it has to be easily detachable. So that's why we may have two main important parts of our product. Will be the case and the battery. Then the container itself, it should be isolated. So with cold weather, so the food will remain warm. As well, the food should be warm enough, and it will depend basically on the battery we are using in our product. Very important as well, it should be affordable. So if we want to have a competitive advantage with our competitors, maybe we could increase the price of 25 euros. But according to our analysis, the price should be between 25 and 35 euros. And as well, with just finishing with the customer needs with a lower priority, it should be a nice design if possible. So then, after listing all the possible customer needs, we start with our concept selection, and for that we build our concept selection matrix, and therefore we have selected a set of main criteria, and as you can see, these are basically the most important customer needs, and we included as well the wow criteria. And among the candidates, we have four main candidates. Basically, they are a concatenation between two different kinds of battery and two different kinds of case. So the candidate A would be a lithium-ion battery plus a case made of polypropylene. The candidate B will be the same battery, but now with a case made of metal. The candidate C will be a battery made of silicon air plus a case of polypropylene, and the fourth candidate will be a battery of silicon air plus the metal case. So after scoring all the candidates, we reach to the conclusion that the best option would be the candidate A. So lithium-ion battery plus polypropylene case. So then, thinking about the uncertainties and the viability of the new product, we have four main questions about the future. The first one is the battery's durability, because it's very important that the battery can last one or two times consecutive when you are in the mountain. So minimum has to be it has to work correctly once in order to heat properly your food. The second uncertainty we have is related to the battery market evolution, because we think this would be a market that will bloom in the coming years, and maybe our product would be outdated very soon, because maybe we're using a much heavier battery comparing to other future products from the competence, for instance. Then as well, it's very critical for us to create a product with a very competitive price, and this price will depend mainly on the cost of our battery. So that's why it's very important to do a accurate benchmarking about the among the different vendors we may have. And then a very big challenge for us would be to be able to have a homogeneous heating, and not only to heat one part of the of our lunchbox. So should be a very spread and homogeneous heating. Then we did our SWOT analysis as well. So starting with the internal ones. So that means talking about the strengths and the weakness. Starting from the strengths. So it's very obvious that our best strength is that we have a portable product. So we are the first ones bringing wireless lunchbox. So like this we can keep the food warm in scenarios where competitors they cannot. And as well, it's very important that due to the fact that the different parts of the product they are detachable, then this lunchbox it may have a multi-use scenario, so we can keep the food as well in the fridge if we remove the battery, or even in the freezer, or as well if we are at home we don't want to use the battery, we can put we can use our lunchbox in the microwave at home. Then analyzing the weaknesses. Well, a very important one is that we have limited consecutive uses, because if we are in the mountain, we heat our food. Most probably the battery will be finished, and we won't be able to heat the food again, or the food of a second person, or whatever. As well, it's very important to reach a certain amount of degrees in terms of temperature, because we need to have food warm enough. And as well, regarding the time we need to heat the food, it should be a small time. So let's say no higher than 5-7 minutes. So, and it will depend on the battery we are using. And for the external points, the opportunities are clear and are the ones commented before. The scenarios where people can't eat warm food, then our product can fulfill their needs. And regarding the threats, one thing we realized is that our product is not that much difficult to copy, and as well, due to the fast evolution of the batteries, as we said before as well, our product may be easily outdated with the time. So regarding the idea generation, what we did basically, it was divided in two parts. The idea generation. First of all, we did a benchmarking, doing an accurate analysis of our 5 main competitors, and as well we made a group of people, and this group of people it was composed by 10 people from our company, and we filtered these people by people that we knew that they were using lunchbox during lunchtime. And as well, for the external people from outside our company, we selected a total amount of 50 people, randomly picked from hiking and camping groups and as well students. So after the idea generation, we had to do a deep research in order to know if the product already exists, as well about the patents, because we wanted to have our own patent, so we need to be sure that the pattern doesn't exist already. We are concerned as well about the quality controls, because at the end we have we are offering a product where people they put the food inside. As well, we are worried about the costs. As well, we need to do a benchmarking of our prospect providers. We need to think as well about the financing, if it will be self-financed as well, at least for the prototype phase, and then the ways of industrialization. So, regarding the question, how will the product meet different customer needs? As we made our list of customer needs, we know clearly how are we going to answer to these customer needs. We know that nowadays the batteries are already available in the market thanks to the evolution of the mobile devices. So therefore, among all the different batteries, we will do a deep benchmarking and we'll select those who are the lighter and the powerful ones. And then, in order to have a homogeneous heating, we thought about having a homogeneous impedance spread along the entire case surface. And regarding the customer need of easy to wash, then the answer is very simple, and the answer is having a detachable battery. So then we can put the container directly in inside the dishwasher. And how this new product will affect the evolution of our company? Are we going to increase the sales or they are going to decrease? The answer for us, we think that our sales are going to increase. The reason why is that we are having a wider market needs. We're reaching people that we were not reaching before, and people that were not reached in the past by any of our competitors. So for the product development and production, for us is very, very important to do an accurate DFMA in order to save production costs. So we made it very, very, very simple, and basically our product consisted only in 4 different pieces, which are the cover, the box, the impedance, and the battery. So the impedance will be basically the heater, no? thanks to the power of the battery. And the assembling, it will be very, very basic, as you can see in the picture. We'll have a battery, you can see it in red, and it will be very, very easy attachable to the box through 2 rails on the sides. And at the moment we insert the battery, it will make contact with the impedance and it will start heating the food. As you can see, the impedance is in color green, and is covering very well the entire surface of the box. For the marketing, we will follow the David Parry's methodology, and this is the 3 M's methodology. We start making focus on the market and the psychography and the demography of the people. We will start launching the product here in Switzerland, where people they love to go into the mountain. So we know we are talking about mostly young people and very sportive people. About the media, it was very clear for us to use outdoor activities related magazines, because we know we are putting the focus on specifically on the market needs we want to target. And as well, we consider to use the social media basically because it's a very cheap way to do marketing, although we are spreading the message to many people. Maybe the highest percentage of the people that are reading our message, they are not interested, but at least we know we are reaching some future clients. And the message we will like, we are giving very importance to the message, and it will be very clear. We will inform the people that they will spend much more time in the nature, because they don't need to come back to their homes to have lunch or dinner. And as well, the sensation of being more healthy, because instead of buying processed food that lasts very well for a long time, then you will be able to make your own food with natural products of your home, and you can keep it in your lunchbox. So then, regarding the materials used in manufacturing, as we discussed before, we will use the lithium-ion for the battery, mainly because of its durability. Comparing to the rest of the batteries, we have higher durability with this kind of battery. Regarding the impedance, we decided to go for a silicon impedance. The reason why is because it's very flexible, and therefore it will be very easy to attach to our box. And as well, this kind of impedance it offers a quick response and a temperature range between 60 degrees and 230 degrees, which we consider is more than enough to heat your food. And for the box and as well for the cover, we will use in the propylene, which is a material very well known and very used in lunch boxes in general. The good news is that regarding packaging, we are not going to use any package, because we are selling a container itself, and we can transport it basically without any kind of packages, and even in the stores we can sell it directly without putting in any box or nothing. And the brand name, after doing a big list with 50 different possible names, we decided to call it Warmy. And then regarding the last point before the ramp up, we need to decide how to test the product, and of course we need to test it in the laboratory, basically because we are using electrical components and materials which are in contact to the food. So that's why it's very important for us to have some specific tests made by specialists in the laboratory, so we are sure that we can reach the respective specifications as they are, like for instance safety, toxicity, and durability of all its components. Okay, for example, the battery, we need to force the battery so we are sure that it may not explode when we are trying to warm our food outside. As well, about the toxicity, we need to make sure if we use it many times, there is no toxical components in our food, and as well the durability for both the case and the battery. As well, we need to measure the heating time with different quantities of food, and being in every time below 5 minutes. And that's everything from my presentation. Thank you very much.